Mia, a young witch with messy hair and a pointy hat, sat on her broomstick with her wide eyes staring at the colorful map of the magical world. The lands beyond her quiet forest, where she had grown up learning spells and caring for enchanted creatures, always promised mystery and excitement. The north spoke of whispering winds, the east buzzed with chattering crystals, the west glowed with flowers lit by moonlight, and the south shimmered with floating lakes. As the golden sun began to set, painting the sky in pink and orange, Mia felt a little bubble of bravery pop inside her. "It's time, Felix," she murmured to her black cat companion, who was curled up lazily on her hat. Felix opened one eye, twitching his whiskers in mild curiosity. He too liked the idea of adventure, but preferred doing so in comfort and warmth. Mia grabbed her old, leather-bound spellbook filled with spells she'd been practicing since she was little and a small, jingling bag of potions for unexpected troubles. She hopped onto her broomstick with Felix hopping onto her shoulder, and with a determined nod, they soared up high. The world below them seemed to stretch infinitely, with rolling hills, shimmering rivers, and twinkling lights showing welcoming villages dotting the horizon. Each place told of stories yet to be discovered, potions yet to be brewed, and friends yet to be made. The first stop on their adventure was Thistletown, known for its friendly folk and annual pie-eating festival. Mia had heard tales of their pies made with magical berries that made one float with happiness. As they zoomed toward Thistletown, Felix purred approvingly. Mia's heart beat with the thrill of what waited ahead. With every push of the wind, she knew she was one flight closer to understanding the world and discovering what place she would have in it. And with Felix, loyal and curious by her side, she welcomed whatever curious beginnings lay ahead. Mia was a curious young girl with a flair for adventure. Her heart beat with excitement as she approached her first stop on this magical journey, the Misty Mountain. Known for its mysterious fog, it was said that many who entered lost their way, but Mia was undeterred. Armed with her spellbook and a courage that could move mountains, she set forth on the misty path. The fog swirled around her like a living creature, making it nearly impossible to see anything beyond the tip of her nose. Mia stopped for a moment and took a deep breath, remembering the words of her glow spell. With careful concentration, she whispered the enchantment, and her surroundings gently blossomed into light. The glowing orb around her shimmered like a tiny sun, illuminating the twists and turns of the hidden path. Mia moved cautiously, aware of her surroundings, mindful of the tales filled with treacherous illusions and invisible barriers. As the fog retreated from her magical light, Mia discovered something extraordinary. A cave mouth, almost completely hidden by a curtain of vines and darkness. Curiosity piqued, Mia entered the mysterious cave. Inside, the light from her spell danced on the surfaces, reflecting off countless sparkling crystals embedded into the cave's walls and ceiling. It was like stepping into a starry night sky hidden deep within the earth. Amidst the grandeur, her eyes also caught sight of ancient carvings etched onto the stone. Pictures of warriors, strange creatures, and mysterious symbols filled the rocky canvas. Each carving seemed to tell a story of old, a history long forgotten. Eager to bring a piece of this enchanting place back home, she selected a small crystal, one that seemed to pulse with a gentle warmth in her hands. It was a perfect keepsake, a reminder of the magic and mystery she found on her journey. With the crystal safely tucked away, Mia retraced her steps, letting the glow guide her back through the fog. As she emerged from the misty mountain, a sense of triumph filled her heart. She knew this was only the beginning of her adventure, and she felt ready for whatever lay ahead. The misty mountain was behind her, but the magic of her discovery would stay with her forever. Mia the Sparrow had always loved the adventure of flying high above the land, feeling the breeze under her wings. One day, as the sun kissed the horizon with warm golden hues, she heard a sweet melody that filled the air around her with enchantment. Driven by the magical lure of the sound, Mia swooped down gracefully, following the melody until she landed softly on the shores of a shimmering river. The sight that greeted her was mesmerizing. A group of joyous water sprites danced atop the rippling waves, their voices harmonizing in bell-like clarity. "Hello, little sparrow," one of the sprites chimed, her voice as sweet as a summer's day. "You are just in time to hear our magical songs. Would you like to listen and learn?" Mia nodded enthusiastically, her eyes wide with wonder. The sprites circled around her, their laughter ringing like a tinkling stream. They sang a beautiful tune, one that ebbed and flowed like the river itself. As Mia listened, she felt the song seep into her bones, each note resonating with a special magic. "This is the song of the rain," explained one of the older sprites, her voice gentle and wise. "It is a special melody that calls upon the clouds to bring rain whenever it is needed. We will teach it to you, for you have a heart that flies with the wind, and it will do great things." Under their guidance, Mia learned the melody, her small voice blending with theirs. As she sang, the skies above began to darken, and a soft rain started to fall, nurturing the earth and making the river swell with gratitude. The sprites and Mia sang together, their voices creating a symphony. Mia thanked the sprites for their gift. With the song of the rain nestled in her heart, she took to the skies once more, her spirit soaring like never before. From that day on, whenever Mia saw the lands below in need of rain, she would sing the special melody she had learned, and the clouds would respond, bringing life to the land. And so, the little sparrow flew with a new purpose, spreading joy and rain wherever needed. Once upon a time, in a world where maps were full of mysteries and stories whispered through the wind, there was a curious little girl named Mia. With bright eyes full of wonder and a heart-seeking adventure, Mia was known for wandering beyond the known paths. One sunny morning, with her trusty satchel swinging by her side, she ventured into the forest, following a trail of shimmering fireflies. The path was winding and full of twists, urging Mia to go deeper. Soon, she stumbled upon a secret hidden beneath the canopy of towering trees, where the sunlight danced playfully. A village appeared before her, but it was unlike any she'd seen before. The quaint houses looked as though they had grown from the earth itself, their walls covered with vine and leaves. Yet something was amiss. The air was thick with silence. Mia felt a chill as she noticed the villagers watching her with pleading eyes, a sorrowful chorus heard only in her heart, for their lips were sealed with an ancient curse. These kind people were stuck, unable to utter even a whisper to one another. The village was lost to the world, erased from maps, because of the silence that cloaked it like a heavy fog. But Mia was no ordinary girl. She carried with her a book of spells, given to her by her grandmother. With determination sparkling within her, Mia opened her book, the pages fluttering to a stop at a spell that could break curses. Standing at the heart of the village square, Mia raised her voice, casting the spell with words that floated like music in the now still air. It was a spell of kindness, of hope, and as it escaped her lips, a vibrant wave swept over the village, unshackling the silence. Gasps turned to laughter, whispers grew to cheer, and soon, the village burst with sound and joy once more. The villagers surrounded Mia, their faces shining with gratitude, thanking the brave little girl who had gifted them their voices back. From that day on, the village was no longer lost. It became a place not marked on maps, but instead etched in hearts as the village of songs, where Mia, the hero of the tale, was forever remembered in their merry tunes. Mia was an adventurous young witch, known for her courage and wisdom well beyond her years. Her best friend and trusty companion was Felix, a clever cat with fiery orange fur and emerald green eyes that missed nothing. Together, they had faced many challenges, but none like the dark forest. The dark forest was not an ordinary woods. It was a place where the trees whispered secrets, the shadows danced mysteriously, and the air was thick with the presence of mischievous spirits. These spirits delighted in tricks, leading travelers astray with illusions and playful pranks. Despite the ominous tales, Mia was not afraid. She had a task to complete: retrieve the moonflower, a magical blossom said to grant wishes and shine with the light of 100 stars. With Felix perched on her shoulder, Mia approached the edge of the forest. "Remember, stay close and listen," Mia whispered to Felix. The clever cat nodded. His ears twitched, tuned to the slightest sound. As they ventured deeper into the forest, the trees seemed to close in around them. Whispers floated through the air, as if the leaves themselves were trying to share secrets. Mia gripped her wand tightly, ready for any challenge that might come their way. Suddenly, a swirl of leaves spiraled into the air, forming into a spirit no bigger than a sparrow. "Over here," it chirped mischievously before darting away. Mia hesitated, glancing at Felix. Felix's nose twitched and he whispered, "It's a trick. The moonflower doesn't lie that way. Trust your instincts." Mia nodded, her heart steady. Instead of following the spirit, she cast a spell of clarity. The path ahead shimmered, revealing the true trail hidden beneath layers of illusion. With each step, they encountered more spirits. One created a bridge from sparkling mist, while another conjured a chasm filled with swirling lights. But with Felix's keen senses and Mia's sharp mind, they saw through every ruse. At last, they found the moonflower, its petals glowing under a shaft of moonlight. Mia gently plucked the flower, feeling its magic pulse softly in her palm. As they made their way out of the forest, the mischievous spirits watched them with respect, for no trick had been able to fool the clever pair. They emerged from the forest, triumphant and proud, ready for their next adventure. Mia cast a flying spell and soared into the sky realm, a kingdom among the clouds. She met sky wizards who gave her a potion that allowed her to speak with birds. Mia spent hours chatting with eagles, owls, and sparrows. As she flew through soft, fluffy clouds, the air was filled with laughter and friendly chirping. The birds told Mia the secrets of the wind and how each breeze carried memories from the lands below. One day, while Mia was exploring, she overheard a conversation among the clouds. The sun peeking through a cloud gave a hint of a shimmering key hidden in the secret cloud castle. Legend said that the key unlocked the portal to the rainbow's end, a place where dreams were said to come true. Intrigued, Mia decided to find this mysterious castle. With the guidance of an old wise eagle named Arlo, Mia traveled through skies she had never seen. They soared over rainbows and danced with sunbeams. Arlo spoke of a guardian of the clouds, a giant fluffy dragon named Cumulus. Cumulus, though appearing mighty and fierce, was known to have a heart as soft as the clouds he guarded. Mia knew she needed to be brave, yet kind to gain his trust. When Mia and Arlo finally reached the secret castle, they found Cumulus slumbering under the starlit sky. Mia approached cautiously and sang a gentle lullaby. Cumulus stirred and opened one eye, then the other. To Mia's surprise, he smiled and nodded his great head. A path made of stardust appeared leading to the shimmering key. Mia thanked Cumulus for his kindness and promised to return. With the key in her hand and her heart full of courage, Mia knew her next adventure awaited at the rainbow's end. But for now, she was content knowing she had friends in the sky, waiting just above the whispering winds. In the mystical desert of whispers, where the sand never stays still and the wind sings ancient songs, a young traveler named Mia embarked on a journey of discovery. The desert was not just a barren wasteland as many believed. It was alive, speaking in hushed murmurs that only those who listened closely could hear. Mia, with her bright eyes and keen ears, learned to understand the language of the sands. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of oranges and purples, Mia sat on a dune listening intently. A particularly soft whisper tickled her ear, murmuring about a legendary hidden oasis. This oasis, the voice promised, held secrets of powerful, forgotten spells etched in ancient runes. Intrigued and excited, Mia ventured deeper into the desert. She braved mirages and swirling dust storms, armed with her trusty wand and her grandmother's spellbook. Each night, the whispers grew louder, guiding her like invisible threads through the seemingly endless dunes. After days of travel, Mia finally arrived at the hidden oasis. It was a paradise of crystal-clear water, lush greenery, and vibrant flowers, a striking contrast to the surrounding desert. In the center stood an ancient stone, covered in runes that shimmered under the moonlight. Mia studied the runes carefully, using her spells to decipher them. As the runes revealed their secrets to her, she learned about long-lost incantations and magical rituals forgotten by time. Each rune was a treasure, holding knowledge that could change the fate of wizards and enchanted creatures alike. With a heart full of gratitude, Mia carefully recorded the runes and their meanings in her spellbook. Once upon a time, in a quaint little village by the sea, lived a young girl named Mia. Mia was not an ordinary girl. She possessed the gift of magic. One day, driven by curiosity and a yearning to explore the wonders of the world, Mia embarked on a journey to discover new lands and enhance her magical abilities. Her travels took her across bustling towns and silent forests until she finally stood at the edge of the vast ocean. In the distance, to her amazement, she spotted an island floating mysteriously above the water. Captivated by its beauty and magic, Mia decided to visit the island, knowing it held secrets that could aid her quest for greater magical knowledge. Upon setting foot on the floating island, Mia was greeted by a wise old wizard named Elrond. With a long silver beard, sparkling eyes, and a cloak that seemed to shimmer with stardust, Elrond was the guardian and teacher of the island. Recognizing the potential in Mia, he kindly offered to teach her how to combine her spells to craft greater magic. Together, they soared into the island's enchanted skies, with Elrond demonstrating the art of weaving spells together, turning small sparks into radiant fireworks of color and energy. Guided by Elrond's gentle but firm instructions, Mia diligently practiced, sometimes faltering but always persevering. As the days turned into weeks, Mia's magic grew stronger and more refined. The transformation from a curious novice to a powerful spellcaster unveiled the depths of her powers and bolstered her confidence. She could feel the magic coursing through her fingers, ready to animate the world around her. One evening, while watching the sunset paint the sky with hues of orange and pink, Elrond praised Mia for her dedication and skill. "You've grown much, dear Mia," he said, "and the world beyond this island awaits your newfound magic." With a heart full of gratitude, Mia bid farewell to Elrond and the floating island that had taught her so much. As she sailed back towards the horizon, she looked forward to what other magical adventures and discoveries awaited her in the future. And thus, Mia's journey continued, a testament to the endless possibilities of magic and wisdom. Once upon a time, in a land where wonders never ceased, lived a curious young girl named Mia. Her world was one of magic and adventure, where islands floated in the sky and secrets whispered through the winds. Mia had always been fascinated by magic. From a young age, she would watch the village magician perform dazzling spells, her eyes wide with amazement. But Mia didn't just want to watch. She wanted to become the greatest magician of all time. One day, Mia embarked on a journey that would change her life forever. Equipped with her trusty spellbook and a heart full of dreams, she set sail across the ocean. After weeks of travel, Mia stumbled upon something extraordinary, a floating island. This wasn't just any island. Legend spoke of an ancient wizard who lived there, a wise soul who could teach even the simplest magician to reach their full potential. Mia's heart fluttered with excitement as she climbed onto the floating isle. The island was as magical as the tales described, with waterfalls cascading from cliff tops into fluffy clouds below, and flowers that hummed gentle melodies. At its center stood a grand tower, shimmering under the sun's golden rays. Inside the tower, Mia met the wise old wizard. His beard was as long as Mia was tall, and his eyes sparkled with the knowledge of ages past. He greeted Mia warmly and agreed to teach her how to harness the true power of magic. The wizard taught Mia how to combine her spells, showing her that two simple charms, when fused rightly, could yield a spell of astounding might. She practiced diligently, feeling her magic strengthen with each passing day. Mia's newfound abilities were put to the test when a sudden storm threatened to dislodge the island from the sky. Lightning crackled, and winds howled, but Mia was determined to protect her teacher and her magical sanctuary. Drawing upon everything she had learned, Mia cast a powerful spell, weaving together elements of earth, air, and fire. To her amazement, the storm calmed, clouds drifted away, and the island remained peacefully afloat. Grateful and proud, the wizard praised Mia's bravery and skill. He gave her a glowing crystal imbued with the island's magical essence, a reminder of her journey and growth. With a heart full of gratitude and a spirit sparked with newfound confidence, Mia continued on her quest to become a legendary magician, her adventures endless as the skies above. Once upon a time, in a forest full of rustling leaves and whispering winds, there lived a girl named Mia. She had always been curious about the world outside her forest home, dreaming about the lands hidden beyond the mountains. Her best friend, Felix, a fox with a fur as fluffy as the clouds, shared her dreams. Together, they longed for adventure and discovery. One day, as they wandered deeper into the forest, they stumbled upon an old beggar who handed them a mysterious map. "Follow this map," he said with a twinkle in his eye, "and you'll find a world like no other." Intrigued and excited, Mia and Felix set off, leaving behind the comfort of their home. Their journey was filled with wondrous sights and magical encounters. They crossed enchanted rivers, where fish giggled and splashed them with shimmering water. They climbed towering trees that tickled the sky and danced with wind fairies who swirled around them in colorful gusts. Mia and Felix collected treasures from each land, glowing stones, golden leaves, and feathers from mythical creatures, each imbued with tales of the lands they had traveled through. Months passed, and Mia's heart grew heavy with longing for her forest. "It's time to go back," Mia said to Felix one starry night. With a chest full of treasures, pockets of memories, and hearts full of newfound knowledge, they made their way home. Upon returning to the forest, the villagers gathered around Mia and Felix. The villagers' eyes were wide with wonder as Mia shared the stories of their adventures, the brave horses that rode on rainbows, the wise owls who spoke in riddles, and the towering giants who guarded the mountains. The villagers listened, captivated, as Mia's tales brought the magic of the outside world right to their doorsteps. From that day on, Mia was hailed as a hero and a storyteller, her name whispered with admiration among the trees. With Felix by her side, she knew that every end is but a new beginning. As the sun set beyond the forest, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink, Mia and Felix sat side by side, planning their next grand adventure under the twinkling stars. After all, in a world filled with stories, there is always another map to follow.